sitting on the deck here with a flight of, should be for F18s, and I'm going to do a quick ramp start, a takeoff, pattern and landing. So we're well out of time for ramp starting, so I'm going to start and do as quickly as possible. Click on the mode button here on the engine panel to get the fuel flow to normal. Go to the right hand panel and click on the air source and double click on it in order to get it to normal. Put your battery to position 1 to on. While we're over here, go to close our canopy, set our brake, parking brake so we don't roll off the side of the deck, and click our battery to override and start our jet fuel start. While that's happening, I'm going to click our air source, our lights to on. And we're going to switch our radio switch to both. And our radio volumes, COM 1 and COM 2, so we can talk to the tower. Now we see our revs are coming up on the, see it on the overlay on the hood there, because we don't have a gauge to show us, and at 25% the jet fuel starter is ready to start the engines. So we start the engines, and it's a funny one here because our throttle doesn't move until we press the idle detent. So I put my throttle half forward and now I'm pressing the detent and push it fully forward and then back. And we can see our revs are going up now, so our engine is starting. So let's set our avionics switches over here. 4 of them. Don't touch the top one there, it's a fuel cutoff switch. It's very important that we don't switch that. I'm going to come over to the right hand panel here and switch on our inertial navigation system into align mode. While we're here, switch the radar panel button and come up to the left and right waypoints. Weapon stations. They don't align with what it says on the dash there, so don't worry about that. Now let's get all our gauges on the front up and running. First one is the DED. Clicking on this on-off button. You hear the click, but you don't see anything. It'll take a little while to liven up. The rotary here is actually a switch for switching on our MFCDs. The hood is enabled with the hood enable button here, and then we switch the brightness on. You can check that's all good. To get the symbology you want, we click this button here to center position, and that gives us the artificial horizon. Down here I'm going to switch our ECM on, 2 switches for that, and then our RWR power, and enable the offset there. On this panel, MFCD panel, we have options for programs, so change to program 3 for chaff and flares, and our mode, chaff and flare mode, or countermeasures mode, to manual. We have the autopilot here, but we don't need to use it. So now we have to wait for alignment, and I think this is our dobber switch here. You can switch this 4 ways. So we'll switch it over this way. Dobbers us back, and I think one of these is the list switch. Yeah, it's the 3rd one down. So we want to get back to our inertial navigation alignment page. It's the list which we just pressed, followed by 6. And for our comms, our radios buttons, let me try some of these. It might be... yeah, that's our UHF radio. Maybe not. Okay, I have these mapped to some buttons, so I'm going to have to do it that way. So I'm going to click our radio button here. Actually, that is the one. So I need to change from backup. So this is our radio 1 switch here. One of these. This one here, IFF. Which is funny. So if we come back here, I want to change to backup to UFC. So now we should get our...
expedite departure.
Okay, so now we're getting our radio comms working. I'm going to talk to her now and get the chocks off. Tower. Tower. Remove chocks.
Hornet 1-1, copy.
Okay, I need to go back to our INS page to watch its progress, because it's the only way I can know that the alignment is complete. I can't take off until that's done. I'm going to switch on our nose wheel steering, missile step switch, and just a final check, our seat.
Hornet 1-1, is there a problem?
And there's an avionics error there, which reminds me I have to align my... load my data cartridge. And that's done. I'm going to override those faults by getting onto the test page and clicking clear for the faults, and now going back to SMS page. For this quick flight we don't need to worry about our weapons system or our stores management, so we may look at that in another video. So I'm just waiting for alignment now. That we should have it now. There it is. And I'm completing the alignment process by clicking our INS switch into land mode.
1-1, cleared for departure.
So we're cleared for departure. Didn't even have to request it. And just switch this onto the HSD. And we're going to taxi over to the catapult over on the right hand side of the deck there. First we switch off our wheel brake. And let's roll out. So all we've got to do now is line up into the track and very gradually inch forward until the catapult engages us. There it is. And once we're there, we're ready to go. We can align our course needle using this rotary here, should we need to. Although the alignment of the catapults are going to be aligned completely different to the approach. So we're going to do a visual approach here. So let's take off now. Pushing our... and we've got to wait. And the catapult will release us. Oh, I've just forgotten something. I'm going to pull back on our throttle there.
Hornet 1-1, taxi
switch
clear of the runway.
our wings down because we can't take off with folded wings. The catapult officer won't let us go out. Okay, wings are folded out. Now let's try this again with feeling.
Hornet 1-1, resume on navigation.
Okay. Gotta check that the gear is up from the other side. Yeah, it is. And I'm gonna come around. So this is gonna be a short pattern. Actually, let's have a look back at the deck before we Okay, you see someone taking off there, and you can see how the catapult leaves
Hornet 1-3, cleared for departure.
a smoke trail behind. I think it looks very neat. So we're going to travel downwind a couple of miles before we come back around
Hornet 1-2,
and make our
resume on
approach.
navigation.
2, airborne.
Keep our altitude and our speed down because we're going to be landing fairly soon.
Hornet 1-3, resume on navigation.
3, airborne.
Okay, we're just waiting on number 4 to get airborne, and then we're going to
Hornet
around.
1-4, resume on navigation.
Okay, so 4 is
4,
gone.
airborne.
So we're going to come back around now.
Sting 1-1, resume on navigation.
And we're offset a little bit here, so we're going to extend our base leg a little bit more before we turn in. And while we're on base leg, I'm going to prepare for landing. I'm going to put the hook down. Keep a visual on the carrier. Now I'll start turning in now. And turning in should bring our speed down a little bit. Enough to be able to put the gear down. Okay, our altitude is probably a little bit high. I'm going to apply air brakes and come down quickly. I was hoping for a more straight in approach, but I think we should be okay with this. Okay. Got the ball there. We don't want to go onto that red line. That's what we're avoiding. Okay, that looks good.
Hornet 1-4, inbound for landing.
And
Hornet
very
1-3,
quickly I
inbound for
need
landing.
to fold my wings.
Hornet 1-2, inbound for landing.
And move out of the way. Everything happens very quickly on the deck. You have to be able to clear the area for the next flight coming in.
Hornet 1-1,
So
taxi
no
clear
swing
of the
steering
runway.
on. I'm using my brakes.
Hornet 1-4, descend to 4,000, maintain 250 knots. Turn
What we
left
don't want to
heading
do is we don't want to
285,
roll off into
vectors
the
to right
water.
base.
So I'm going to park it here. Put the brakes on. Open the canopy. Switch off the fuel. And switch our battery off. And that's pretty much it. There's not much more to it. It is fun to try the carrier ops, particularly where you're flying in a campaign. And hope you've enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching.